Okie dokie. And we are live. Hello, hello. It's me again. Persons, peoples, how you doing? Um, I'm just doing a bit of an impromptu live stream. Uh, well, I guess it's not technically impromptu since I scheduled it earlier this morning. uh, a scheduled live stream. Um, that's okay. But yeah, I'm just gonna be playing some Battle for Middle Earth 2, like I have for the past few streams I've done. It's just a game I've been getting into a lot lately. I don't know. I'm in very much Lord of the Rings mood at the moment. Um, Hopefully the audio is okay. I have adjusted them as well as I could. Still kind of new to this stuff. Don't kill me. But yeah. Uh, since you clicked on Galadriel's kind of terrifying face, you'll probably know that I'm going to be playing as a Lothlorien. Not really my favorite faction, to be honest. I would say that out of all the good factions, they are probably my least favorite. But I don't hate them though. Like I'm fine with them. Um, but there's just other factions in this game that I prefer more than them. But I haven't played as them in a while, so I was like, fuck it, I'll give them another shot. Um, let's see. I'm just kind of getting everything set up here. I'm gonna probably chit chat about some other stuff while I'm playing. Gonna talk about a little bit about the recent live stream that I did with Sheev Talks and the Jolly Chap, where we kind of discussed the current state of Star Wars world building. Like I've done on the previous streams, I kind of talk about non Lord of the Rings related stuff because that's just how I roll. But I'll probably talk about some Lord of the Rings stuff too because ever since I've been playing this game, it's given me more thoughts about certain things that I feel like Warner Brothers and I guess Amazon should be doing with the Lord of the Rings license on both like the TV and movie side as well as the gaming side. I feel like there's a lot of squandered potential there when it comes to the Lord of the Rings IP right now. But in any case, let me kind of get set up and get going here first. I think I'm mostly set up though. Yeah, command point. I'm gonna fight against. I'll fight against Dol Guldur, but do I want to fight against Mordor? Let's do Isengard. Let's do Isengard and Dol Guldur. That works. All right, so it's just me by myself. I don't have any allies this time. And I'll be going up against two evil armies. So we'll see how this goes. This is actually a fortress map, which I don't do very often. I'm going to do Caras Galadhon, which is kind of the Lothlorien capital that you see in the movies and stuff. I don't think I've ever done this map before, so should be interesting. Let's jump on in. Oh. I'll just kind of do some of my intro stuff at the beginning here, and then I'll chit chat a little about some other things. Let's get some starting resource buildings made. Want to get that sweet, sweet cash coming in. I'll get the Elven Horn as my first power. Let's see. How many entrances are there into this fortress? Okay, it looks like there's a gate over here. It looks like there's just 2 gates in and out of the fortress. All right, that's not too bad. If I had to like defend 3 different locations, that would kind of suck, honestly. I got a hero to start with. Orifin. He's like one of the starting heroes. Get some storehouses and get some Malorn trees up. Need that money. I really need that money. The only problem with this map is that there's so many trees that look identical, and unfortunately a lot of Lothlorien's like structures that you build, they all like look like trees. So I feel like I'm gonna be clicking on like trees that are just part of the environment and don't actually like you can't actually click on them. Yeah, that's gonna get kind of irritating. That's one bad part about this map. I mean, I wanted to play as Lothlorien to be kind of immersive since it is their capital, but I feel like that might bite me in the ass. That's okay. All right. Got some Lothlorien archers to start off with. Let's upgrade my barracks so I can get some better units up in here. Build some more Malorn trees. I do need to save at least a couple build plots for the Entmoot and the Hidden Sanctum. Get some Ents and some elite units. No sign of any enemy units yet. Get some spearmen. I'm just going to build up some forces in case they decide to send a big army at me. Huh. But yeah, anyway, I wanted to talk a little bit about the live stream. I think it was a really good discussion personally. I don't know how Sheev and Jolly feel about it, but I'd like to think that they enjoyed the discussion as well. Yeah, and the thing is, like, when it comes to world building, it's just, I kind of mentioned this on the live stream, but it just kind of blows my mind a little bit that, it seems like a lot of TV productions and film productions recently, they don't seem to value world building all that much. I mean, it seems like a fundamental foundational building block of your story, but they just, I don't know. It seems like a lot of media these days, they want to just jump straight to what they think is the juicy stuff, which is the action. Like we want to have some really intense action, and we want to get to that as quickly as possible. I don't know. That just seems to be like the mentality a lot of the time. And like I said, I think it's kind of a misguided point of view. You can't really get people invested in your story until you actually bother to establish a world and a background and a premise that people will want to get invested in. If that makes any sense. I don't know. And Star Wars in particular, that seems to be one, I think, franchise that's really floundering as a result of that. I mean, Star Wars has a bunch of other problems too, but that's certainly a big one. Let's see. I'm recruiting a couple more heroes. I'm recruiting Celeborn, Galadriel's husband, as well as Rumil, who is kind of an archer hero. It's actually very concerning that like I've not seen any enemies yet. It makes me like worried. Like what are they about to send at me? Getting kind of nervous. Hopefully the AI isn't like broken, and hopefully they're not just like keeping all of their forces at their base or something like that. Guess we'll find out soon enough. All right, here's Celeborn. Got some elite units up in here. Let's get you over here. Are there any build plots I haven't used yet? I don't think so. I think I've used all except for one, but I gotta save this one for the Entmoot. Actually, let me build a Malorn tree in the meantime. I could always destroy it later. Oh, I see some enemies. They're gonna be coming for me soon. Oh, they might attack that gate. Oh, shit. All right, I have to kind of just like see where they go. I'll keep some archers over here to defend. Let's build Galadriel, or recruit Galadriel, rather. Are they going to attack like 2 gates at once? That's going to be a pain in the ass if they actually do that. Shit. Let's recruit Haldir. All right, let's we're just going to open the gate, invite these guys in. Come on. Take me. Think you can take me? Let's get some heavy armor upgrades up in here. All right. Galadriel's here. And let's recruit Idriel while we're at it. Might as well get all the heroes at this point. Uh-oh, Warg Riders. Where's the nearest Malone tree? We need to recruit some, or get that healing upgrade. Oh, is Lurtz over here? Yeah, he is. He's killing all my archers. You bastard. You bastard. Okay. I've not seen any of the Dol Guldur. I'm only getting attacked by Isengard right now. Dol Guldur hasn't sent anything yet. Wonder what they're doing. They might just be huddled up at their base. Not sure why that is. All right, let's pull back to the main gate. Let them come to us. I also need to recruit Treebeard. But yeah, anyway, something else I wanted to kind of talk about a little bit. Um, it seems like with Lord of the Rings, ever since Amazon acquired the television rights to it and everything, the television and movie rights, um, thus far all they've put out really is like Rings of Power. They haven't really done much else with it yet. And that's people. I know a lot of people didn't like Rings of Power, and I certainly don't blame them for that. But it seems like there's still a chance for it. Maybe this is overly optimistic on my part, but I feel like maybe there's still a chance for Lord of the Rings. I mean, that Rohirrim movie that's coming out soon. Um, I think it's War of the Rohirrim. It's the animated movie coming out in December. I feel like that has a lot of promise. I don't know. I feel like you could actually do interesting stuff with it. And if that turns out to be good, then I don't know. It could be one of those things where it's like maybe there's hope for Lord of the Rings. Even as there's so many other franchises that are just going down the tubes these days. It's like I don't know. Maybe that one. Maybe that'll give an avenue for good Lord of the Rings content. If that movie does well, if that animated movie does well, and it opens up the possibility for a lot of other like Lord of the Rings stories to be told in animated form. Like maybe that'll be a way to give the Lord of the Rings IP some life. Um, Again, that Rohirrim movie could turn out to be absolute shit. Who knows? Um, but if it does well, I could totally see Amazon like trying to capitalize on that and being like, I guess maybe moving forward, we'll focus on the animated side instead of the live action side like Rings of Power. Maybe. As Benicio del Toro would say in TLJ, maybe. God, I hate TLJ. Why'd I bring that up? I mean, listen, I got no problem with Benicio del Toro though. Even though his character in that movie was kind of weird, it's just kind of a weird dude. I don't really understand what the point of him was. Well, I mean, from a narrative standpoint, I understand what the point of him was. It was like, this is the guy who doesn't want to get involved, and it basically shows Finn like, no, you don't want to end up like this guy. You don't want to be a fence sitter like this guy because there are repercussions to that. It seems like that's what the film was going for. But I just mean like in terms of his personality and stuff, he was just weird. I don't know. It's kind of weird how they're just not really. I'm gonna actually I'm gonna send my units out and like go start some shit because they're just not doing anything. Actually, let me wait for Treebeard and my Ents to get here, or at least one of my Ents, and then I'll move out. Cause a ruckus. I'll leave these two guys here to defend that gate. Let me make one more unit of knights. Yeah, I feel like the AI is kind of broken on this map. It's kind of strange. Usually the AI, like on the fortress maps, like when you're the one defending the fortress, usually they will actually go out and like attack you and stuff. They won't just like sit around doing nothing. But in this case, yeah, they just seem to be like sitting around doing nothing. It's very strange. Unfortunately, that's going to make their base even harder to attack because they are going to have a boatload of units there when I get there. Hmm. It's funny. Because I've been in such a Lord of the Rings mood lately, probably because there's been so much other like crap that hasn't interested me, like coming out. So I've just kind of fallen back on something that I'm used to, which is Lord of the Rings. Um, Kind of gives me an interest in maybe trying out the Lord of the Rings online because I know that game is still technically active, and I used to play World of Warcraft back in the day, so I mean I am familiar with MMOs. Um, but despite how much of a Lord of the Rings fan I am, I never got around to playing that game. Funnily enough, I don't know, but I know that from what I've heard, because there are some YouTube videos that will get into like the current state of like Lord of the Rings online in like 2024 or whatever. Um, I know there are some people out there who say that Lord of the Rings online is kind of dated, like it has kind of dated mechanics, dated graphics and stuff. Um, but I don't know. I think the my interest in that world will kind of make up for that, like the world of Middle Earth. All right, let's start attacking some of their stuff. Oh my god. Yeah, they have a lot of I knew this was going to happen. I knew they were going to have a lot of shit. Uh well, this is going to be an intense battle. Can already tell. All right, come on. Start doing some damage. I might have to retreat if this goes badly for me, but we'll see how it goes. All right, start destroying their Dunlending place. Oh, Saruman's there. Kill him. He blasted me with some bullshit. Oh crap, the Dol Guldur army's here. All right, attack them. Attack them. You keep attacking that. You attack them. Get some more units up in here. I think I lost pretty much all my cavalry. That kind of sucks. Oh well. Sorry about that. Kind of bumped my mic for a second. Oh, kill that Nazgul. I think Haldir's going to go down. Yeah, all right. Let's retreat. We did some damage, but this ain't going so well. Probably because they have all their freaking units like just waiting at their base. That's okay. We'll get another shot at them soon enough. No, don't kill Treebeard. All right, let's go help him. Where's my Entmoot? Where is it? Where'd it go? There it is. Killing you. I'm killing you. You bastards. Destroy that ballista, please. Okay, thank you. All right, let's kind of pull back and heal up a bit. Get these units upgraded. What do you think you're gonna do, guy? All right. Freaking crow is like attacking me. Okay. Anywho. But yeah, it's kind of weird with Star Wars right now. You know, it's still kind of surreal sometimes to think about how like, you know, it used to be a franchise that like it was all I could think about. But now it's just a lot of the time I just don't want anything to do with it anymore. Just kind of a sad state of affairs. Like I don't want to be in that position. Because you know, Star Wars is a franchise that's very near and dear to me. But yeah, I don't know. It's just the quality has been for most of the content that's been released under Disney. I find that a lot of it is just not all that great, which is just a shame. Um, I don't know, and it's one of those things where it's just I'd rather look elsewhere for my entertainment, which is maybe for the best, you know, because it'll uh, force me to, you know, consider different IPs and different pieces of media that I otherwise might not have considered. You know, it's like when there's like a gap in a market, or you know the market's not providing you what you want, um, then you'll go elsewhere to somebody who is going to provide you what you want out of media. So that's one good thing, I guess. That's one good consequence. Oh, I actually recruited a lot more Ents than I was expecting to. Oh, that's good though. All right, let's take another crack at the Isengard base. Oh, here they are. Yeah, bastards. I mean, I only have one squad of cavalry. I feel like they're going to get killed pretty quickly. That's okay. No, kill that spider. All right, she dead. Kill him. All right, so far so good. Of course, that's what I said last time. All right, kill these wild men, please. Let's get a power in here. Got an ultimate power, going to use that on the Isengard base. Oh, that did a ton of damage. Nice. Gonna have my Ents keep hitting their fortress while I have their army preoccupied. Die. Die, you son of a bitch. Die. Keep them away from my Ents. Oh, shit. Wow. Okay. God. Everybody has a low health right now. Don't let him attack my Ents. Oh, what the? Why can't I select a power? What the hell's going on here? Okay, there you go. All right. But yeah, on the subject of like, unexplored Lord of the Rings projects, one, I think I mentioned this on like a previous live stream, but one thing I would really like to see is more of like the war in the North, because it's something that they really don't show much of. They allude to it a little bit in the movies, in the Peter Jackson movies. And there have been some like extended content, like there was like an RPG game a while back. I think it was actually literally called War in the North. And that kind of that gave you a little bit of it, but I would like to really explore like what was going on in the northern part of Middle Earth, like while the events of the Lord of the Rings trilogy were happening, because according to the appendices, there were actually like things going on down there. Like there were other battles being fought. So I don't know. It would be kind of neat to like explore some of that stuff. And I don't know. I feel like, not that I feel like they're gonna do it necessarily, but that's the potential that you could explore if the animated Rohirrim movie does well. Oh god, I'm losing all my heroes. Let's kind of up in here. Got to recruit more units. God, I barely have anything left alive at this point. All right, let's retreat. Well, we severely weakened them. What are they hitting me with? Oh, are you kidding? They can, that ballista can reach all the way from out there? That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. I mean, I'll just rebuild it after they destroy it, and hopefully they can't reach anything else, but we'll see. Let me actually set a rally point over here. I want all my units going over here. Actually, let me leave them over here for now. Oh, that's how you're going to do this, huh? I mean, I have enough money at this point. Fuck it. Oh. All right, let's get into formation here. Okay. But yeah, like on the the idea that I was just talking about, I think it would be really cool to like show some of the characters from the Hobbit movies, and like what they got up to in between the Hobbit trilogy and the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Because for whatever problems the Hobbit movies might have had, I think that a lot of the actors did as well as they could with what they had, and it would be kind of interesting to see more of them, especially in like animated form. I think that would be kind of neat if we can see like Balin's expedition, if we can see like the siege of Erebor that happened uh, while the siege of Minas Tirith was happening down south. I think that would be pretty cool. I don't know. That's the idea that I would pitch if I worked at Amazon or whatever. But in any case, I guess a lot of that would be dependent on how well uh, the upcoming Rohirrim movie does. They might not want to gamble on something like that until they know that animated Lord of the Rings movies like that are going to be profitable and critically acclaimed. Oh, come on. Why are the other ends taking so long? Oh, there's the Necromancer. Let's kill him. Wow, okay. Kill that guy, please. Sheesh, hopefully this attack actually works. The Necromancer's still alive? God, kill him. Alright, he's about to go down. Finally. Good. Get some eagles up in here. Did they rebuild their fortress? Oh, yes, they did. Of course they did. You get over here, please. Okay. They keep just rebuilding everything that I destroy. It's kind of annoying. Alright, let's get some healing. Alright, come on. Oh my god. They're just throwing everything they have at me. Alright, keep destroying their base. Alright, I think this time the Isengard base is going to go down. Alright. Let's finish off the Isengard base, then we'll just have Dol Guldur left to deal with. All right, Isengard is defeated. Let's go back to our base and regroup. Actually, let me build. I'm gonna build that well. Yeah. Oh, hello, Domino. Yeah, this it's kind of an older game. It came out in 2006. The original Battle for Middle Earth 2 came out in 2006. And what I'm playing now is actually a mod that was released fairly recently. Hold on, let me just close that gate up and deal with this. So yeah, I'm playing the Age of the Ring mod. So it looks a bit better, like the unit models and the the graphical fidelity and everything of this game has been improved a bit, thanks to these modders. But this is not far off from what the original game looked like back in 2006. I think it holds up pretty well, by strategy standards, strategy game standards. I think it's a really fun game. Not just because I'm like a Lord of the Rings fan, but because I just think it's a really well put together real time strategy game. I highly recommend it. The only main problem is that it's incredibly hard to find this game if you don't already own it, because of some licensing bullshit. Yeah. This game was originally made by EA, but EA I don't think like owns the distribution rights to Lord of the Rings games anymore, if I understand correctly. So, you unfortunately like you can't really get this game on Steam or anything, or you can't even get it on EA's platform. It's just not really available anywhere. You can maybe buy like a physical copy on like eBay or something, but other than that, it's like not available for distribution. So your only other option really is to like pirate the game. I think there are places you can download it. You didn't hear that from me though. I mean, no joke though. Like if you're gonna like literally make it so that you cannot purchase this game anywhere through any sort of legitimate means, then your only option really is to pirate it. I mean, that's just the fact of the matter. Yes, I do. I actually do own a copy. Um, I do own a disc. I think uh, I don't know if this is something like I said, I'm working with some mods on it. But I think these modders made it so that once you download the game once, you don't need to use a disc uh, to play it anymore. Because that's what you always had to do with PC games back in the day. You would have to actually insert the disc in order to play it. But I think this game works in such a way now that once you install it, then you can just play it without a disc. I guess through like the platform that the modders are using. And yeah, I agree. It's irritating as hell that they I guess there's a word for that, right? Abandonware, where the company just gives up on the game and makes it unavailable for purchase. And so it's just like, well, you can't you can't do anything with this game anymore. You can't purchase it. Um, can't do anything because yeah, and I it baffles me because like there's so many older games on Steam that people still purchase. Like a lot of people still buy a lot of older games, and people would, I think, buy this game as well if it was actually available anywhere. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know exactly how the licensing works. I don't understand like why this game is not available anywhere. Like because I know that WB currently has the license to Lord of the Rings games, to make new Lord of the Rings games. But I don't know how that works with a game, an older game like this that was originally made by Electronic Arts. Like I don't really know how that works in terms of like the distribution rights. All I know is like whoever's at fault, they're just preventing this game from being made available anywhere. Yeah, there are a fair number of older games that I enjoy as well. I mean, there are some older games that are a little too outdated for my liking, um, in terms of like mechanics and stuff. But there's also a lot of older games that still really hold up, and in some ways are like better than a lot of new games that are coming out now. Oh, wow. Okay, that Nazgul's just gonna charge headfirst right into my army. I'm not sure what they were trying to achieve with that one, but that's okay. Just make it easier for me to kill you. Let me. All right, I gotta get my units organized here. God, I hate these things. Actually, let me pull back a bit. My units are kind of wounded. Come on, Ents, get inside the base. Yeah, I see what you mean by that. Yeah, I agree. It really does depend on the game. God, I love how these guys went from doing nothing to now they're sending everything they have at my base. That's wonderful. All right, let's go out this way again. Leave my ants alone. All right, let's all get over here. Let's all no, kill Cargast. Kill him. Kill him. What are you doing? You disobedient bastards. Okay, thank you. He's dead. All right, let's head out this way. We'll head over to their base. All right, actually, let's wait for Idriel first, and then we can move out. She's the last one I'm waiting on. Yeah, like graphics are not everything for me, but I don't know. Sometimes this is just a me thing. Um, some of the really, really like dated older games, um, it can be a little it can be a little rough for me. It's not like graphics are everything for me, but I do care about them too, to some extent. Um, well, in the to answer your first question, in the mod that I'm playing, there are 11 factions. There's a ton of maps. Like honestly, I am so impressed. Like I am beyond impressed with what this mod team did with this game. It's honestly incredible. I mean, the original game was like really good. Don't get me wrong, but like they just went above and beyond. Like they made an already good game even better. So there are 11 factions in this game, and there were seven, including the original expansion pack. There were seven in the base game, the original base game. Um, and they added like a whole bunch of new units and heroes and maps and just everything. This mod team like expanded everything. It feels like a new game in and of itself. Like it feels like Battle for Middle Earth 3 as far as I'm concerned. That's how great this mod is. Yeah, the factions in this are Gondor, Rohan, Erebor, Lothlorien, who I'm playing now, Woodland Realm, Rivendell, Mordor, Isengard, Misty Mountains, Dol Guldur, who I'm fighting against right now, and Harad. Oh, fucking giant spider coming for me. All right, let's form up a bit before we attack their base. But yeah, it's I really wish that more companies made games like this. Like these days, I mean, RTS as a genre is just they don't make as many as they used to. Like nobody does. It's just really frustrating for, especially for me as somebody who's like a massive RTS fan. It always drives me nuts, like how relatively dead of a genre RTS has become. Yeah, I agree completely. Oh, I'm getting a little bit of lag here, probably because I just used a bunch of powers at once. Usually I turn down the graphics a bit when I'm streaming, but I forgot to do that this time. Let's use Gale Force on their base. Oh god, yeah. A lot of lag because I'm using so many superpowers. It's just causing like the frame rate to drop. Yeah, I agree. Like, there's so much you could still. It's such an untapped genre. I mean, I do think about this sometimes, though. On that same token, it also, because of how neglected RTS has become, the one upside to it is that it hasn't been bastardized like a lot of genres have become. Like you have so many genres that have been like well traveled in recent years and recent decades. But they also suffer from a lot of like greedy monetization bullshit. And I don't know, sometimes I think like maybe it's for the best that RTS kind of died. Because it's like, well, uh, it's like the Harvey Dent line from The Dark Knight. It's like you either die a hero or live long enough to become a villain. It's like that's how I feel about RTS sometimes. Like maybe it's for the best that it didn't live long enough to become the villain. But the flip side of that is that we also don't get any good RTS games anymore either. Fuck is my Aunt Moot? There it is. All right, I want to be done with this match. Come on, come on, we're so close. Oh, they are not going down without a fight. Come on. Just need to take down their fortress. Come on. Or their orc hovel, rather. I think that's the last building I need to destroy. Come on. You can do it. Ah, all right. Yay. Game over. Thanks. I mean, I'm only playing against AI, but you know, I'll tell you what though. Like the AI in this game is tough as hell. um, even tougher than they were in the base game. Like the mod team that created this mod, like they made the AI like pretty ruthless. Like even on the second out of fourth difficulty, like you watched, like they put me through the ringer. They did not make that easy for me. If I had put that on like Death March difficulty, the fourth difficulty, I would have gotten like demolished, especially fighting against two armies. Um, alright. Yeah, and as to your one of your previous comments, I do agree. I feel like a lot of it's about money and quantity over quality, especially for I would say more so for the publishers uh, rather than the developers. Publishers are all about the money, and a lot of the time, I think the CEOs at these publishers, guys like Bobby Kotick, the former douchebag CEO of Activision, um, he he didn't have a creative bone in his body. He just wanted to pump out. He put in like the worst sort of monetization practices into Activision's games. He was actively pushing for that shit. All the loot box crap. And things that were actively like ruining their games, but he just figured that it would make him the most money. So uh that's those are the only decisions that he chose to make. um but I'd like to think that a lot of developers, a lot of the boots on the ground sort of people, uh a lot of them actually care about the craft, and they actually do want to make something that gamers will enjoy. But I think oftentimes they're kind of hamstrung by the publisher and what the publisher wants. Yeah, I mean, I was saying on one of my last streams that at the very least, it seems like the loot box thing has kind of like waned off quite a bit. Uh, loot boxes were a huge thing like 5 years ago. Um, like every single AAA game was putting freaking loot boxes and things like that into them. But like not so much these days. I think because they got so much pushback for it. Gamers just complained about them so much. And actual like politicians were starting to catch on to it too. Like there were literally some like game executives that had to attend a congressional hearing and like answer to politicians about the loot boxes because it's essentially unregulated gambling. And I think once that started, I think that really caused the industry to kind of pull back and rethink the whole loot box thing. Because they're like, yeah, I think we might have pushed this too far. I think the government is starting to take a little too much notice of what we're doing for our liking, so we better pull back on this. Oh yeah, yep. I remember like some of those horror stories. Um, the there were some instances where a kid got a hold of his parents' credit card and spent upwards of like $10,000 on like loot boxes and microtransactions and things like that, and caused their parents to like suffer from really bad credit card debt and stuff. Like just absolutely like horrible things that just should not be happening. And I understand that to a certain degree, you should sort of keep an eye on what your kids are doing, but like I don't know. It's also I don't want to put all the blame on the kids or the parents. Like you got to put a lot of the blame on the shitty monetization practices too, because like it's loot boxes are the type of thing that tap into that psychological element that gambling does. It it becomes an addiction for some people for a reason. And especially when it comes to kids, who are already very impressionable and like susceptible to influence, it's just it's an absolute powder keg just waiting to go off, and we started to see some of that happening. We started to see kids spending like thousands upon thousands of dollars of their parents' money. um and one of the things I was saying on my last stream, like it's honestly sickening to think about, because of how prominent loot boxes were 5-10 years ago. I wonder how many of those kids who are now like in their early 20s, like how many of them probably suffer from like gambling addictions because of the games that were coming out at the time. Like I shudder to think, really. Yeah, I agree. They're creating a culture that basically creates that sort of thing. Like, gambling, actual gambling, like in Vegas, it's a heavily regulated industry for a very good reason, because it can literally destroy lives. Just insane. I mean, so yeah, at the very least, I do feel like, uh I do feel like the game industry has gotten a little better in that regard. I mean, there's still plenty of BS out there, don't get me wrong. And we're seeing that with like uh Star Wars Outlaws, the Star Wars game that a lot of details have been coming out about recently. A lot of people have taken notice of the fact that that game has like five different editions. The most expensive of which is like $250 or something. Um, the fact that they're carving up content and selling like the Jabba the Hutt DLC like later. Um, uh, Even though it's basically a day one DLC type of thing, I think. I could have that incorrect, but from what I understand, they're taking a core subplot involving Jabba the Hutt and basically repackaging it to sell it later. Um, so yeah, a whole bunch of BS that's happening with that game, and Ubisoft is still very much like uh, engaged in a lot of that bullshit. But that being said, I do feel like the industry has gotten a bit better. Like I said, loot boxes are nowhere near as prevalent as they were like 5 years ago. Oh no, it wasn't $250 for a DLC. It was like $250 for like the most expensive edition of the game. Um, it's like a gold edition or something. I don't know. Ubisoft does this every time they release a new fucking game. It's always like the base game edition. Then there's the bronze edition. Then there's the silver edition. Then there's the gold edition, and they all give you like slightly different amounts of content. It's just it's to the point where you literally need like a spreadsheet to be able to make heads or tails of any of this, to like know what goes in each edition of the game. Oy. Oy, oy, oy. I'm wondering if I should, I'm on the fence if I'm gonna play another match or not. I'll play one more. Why not? What map should I do? What map should I do? I'm gonna play as Mordor. I was kind of considering, like, I've neglected the fortress maps for so long. I'm starting to kind of get into them again. I'm debating doing the Siege of Minas Tirith as Mordor. That might be kind of fun, but I don't know. It feels like a match that might drag on quite a bit. Where is it? Where's the where the heck is the besiege map for Minas Tirith? Oh, there it is. Recently released games. I have yet to play Baldur's Gate 3. Um, but I am planning to finally get around to playing that soon. I haven't started it yet, but I really do want to start that soon. I keep saying I'm gonna do it, but then I don't. Um, whoops. No, let me close that. Okay. Um, what else? Have I played anything else recently? I haven't really played a lot of new games. The last I think the last new game that I played was Avatar, the Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. Um, I finished that game in like February. Um, but I don't think I haven't really. I've been playing this a lot recently. Um, and I was kind of like futzing around with Warhammer Total War 3. I have like 1,000 hours clocked into that game. I that's one of my top played games on Steam, so I do play that a lot. But I'm kind of taking a break from it at the moment. I think that's pretty much it. Since like the start of the new year, that I think like these are the only three games I played: Just Avatar, Warhammer, and this. Oh, I highly recommend RDR2. It's really good. It's really worth your time. Oh, I love that game. Oh, Skyrim, yeah. I played that a bit back in the day too. It's not I never got into the Elder Scrolls games as much as other people did. But I did enjoy um Skyrim a lot for however long I played it. I did enjoy it. I didn't get into it much the first time I ever tried to play that game, I didn't really get into it very much, but then the second time I played it, um I really got into it. What starting power should I? I'll get this. Okay. Uh, I'll recruit Shagrat as my first hero. I want to recruit Gothmog. I mean, look, the Siege of Minas Tirith gotta have Gothmog up in here, but cannot recruit him yet. Let's get some resource buildings. Oh, there's like, there's some trees over here. I can build a lumber mill. I think I started playing when I was in high school too, funnily enough. You must be around the same age as me. What are you, millennial? Uh, or Gen X? I guess if you were Gen X, you probably wouldn't be playing Skyrim in high school. I'm going to assume you're a millennial or Gen Z. Let's build an orc stronghold. Early Gen Z. Okay, I was close. Yeah, I'm like a late millennial, I think. Oh. Yeah, my allies tried to beeline right through the main gate, but the enemy player was just like, nope, just shut the gate right on us. I don't know what my ally thinks they're going to achieve. Like, you're going to get slaughtered over there, buddy. Gonna get slaughtered, buddy. All right, let's get some orcs going. I also want to build an Easterling garrison. Yeah, I always get confused by like generations and stuff too. Holy shit. I don't know how the hell I'm gonna take this. It's gonna be such a well defended. It's these freaking trebuchets that have me concerned. Like, they are just loaded up on these trebuchets all over the city. But that's Minas Tirith for you. I'm gonna have to build a shit ton of catapults. Oh, nice. You're in college. Yeah, I agree. I like trebuchets. I mean, they're kind of they're these versions of trebuchets are kind of smaller. Oh, these guys, these like minister civilians are like glitching out. But whatever. Yeah, these trebuchets are like much smaller than they were in the movie. But the trade-off is that there's a lot more of them. They kind of like this version of Minas Tirith is like kind of condensed down compared to like the book and the movie. There's only like 3 levels as opposed to 7, because I guess 7 levels would be like a little a little crazy having to go through all those. It would be a pain in the ass if you're like the player that's trying to lay siege to the city. Man, I might have I should have. Yeah. I mean, that's what makes Minas Tirith such like a such a genius like designed city. Like the fact that it has 7 levels that you have to get through makes it so that like it is not an easy city to take. That's kind of what's like really neat about it. Because like even if you pierce one layer, you still have like 6 more layers you got to get through. Shit, I should have maybe given myself one more ally. I might actually need it. I thought it was gonna be like too easy. I was like, oh, I'll only give myself 2 allies rather than 3. But I don't know. Maybe not though. I don't know. I could be overreacting. Maybe it will be easy. We'll see. Um. Okay, so I've got my Easterling garrison that's upgrading. Yep. Them vertical cities. Yeah, like I honestly feel bad for in some sense, um, like I almost feel bad for Mordor for like damn, you got a rough go of it trying to take this city. I mean, the trade-off, I guess, is that they had like their army was like 100,000 strong or something like that. So they have strength in numbers. You know, they have plenty of fodder to throw at the defenders of Minas Tirith. Even if they have 7 well defended levels they got to get through. Oh, god damn it. I forgot to. Is it too late for me to turn my graphics down? Probably. Yeah. Oh, shit. I meant to turn it down a little bit so I would lag a bit less. That's okay. No, Boromir. Whoa! Their heroes start at level 10? Yeah, Boromir is. Yeah, looks like all their heroes start at level 10. Oh, that's wonderful. My guys are just level 1. I guess you know they want to make it challenging for you. That's okay. All right. I need to get a siege works going and get some catapults built. I'm not going to be able to take this city unless I deal with those trebuchets. Should also probably get some Nazgul up in here. They're going to be good against the trebuchets, just like they were in the movie. You know, they were flying in, just like wrecking those things. That might actually be a good strategy for dealing with those things. If I can mount those Nazgul on a fell beast, you know what? I'm going to do that. Uh, I watched. I do want to watch the Fallout series because I've heard mostly good things about it. So, I think I will do that at some point. But I finished not too long ago. I finished Masters of the Air, um, World War II series on Apple TV. I really enjoyed it. Um, I had a couple issues with it here and there, but I really enjoyed it as well. I mean, I'm big on World War II stuff, so that's kind of right up my alley. God, I feel like once I start attacking this city, I'm gonna start lagging through the roof. uh, that's okay. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Um, what else have I seen? I mean, I watched Doom Part 2, obviously. Um, very good movie. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Oof. Yeah, I mean, I liked The Walking Dead in the beginning, but I got to a certain point somewhere along the line where I'm just like, I can't sit through this anymore. Now, granted, at the time, um, you know, I was watching it on cable TV, which I just don't do anymore. I think, funnily enough, that was probably the last show that I watched, like on prime time, like broadcast television. Like, I've not watched anything. Everything I've watched since then, TV wise, has been streaming. It was the last like show that I would tune into at like 9 o'clock on Sunday when the episodes premiered or whatever. And I think that was honestly the show that like killed broadcast like cable TV for me. Like that, I just there were far too many episodes of that show where I was just like, wow, I just wasted an hour of my time for like a filler episode. I can't be bothered to like commit to this anymore. Yeah, and then storytelling is like the perfect way to describe most of The Walking Dead, not all of it, but and it became almost like predictable in a sense. It's almost like that with a few exceptions, the season premiere, the mid-season finale, the mid-season premiere, and the finale are like the only episodes that you really needed to watch. Everything else was like filler. All right, let's make a Nazgul and I'll put him on that fell beast. I also need to recruit the Witch King, but he is an expensive boy, so I'm not going to be able to afford him just yet. I'm going to need a lot more catapults. All right, let's actually I need to get my units some upgrades as well. Save up some money for that. My allies are just kind of keeping the enemy preoccupied right now. Yeah, I agree. When it comes to Negan, he is an intriguing villain, but yeah, I think that was another problem that the show suffered from, where it's just like every time they would come up with a new villain, it's just like, oh, it's just it's going to be another tyrant, another like local tyrant that they're going to have to deal with. Um, and, the heroes are going to have to like relearn the same lessons over again, where it's like, Rick and all the others, they're going to have to like relearn for the 10th time that it's like, oh no, we do have to keep our humanity and we cannot lose ourselves to violence. It's like, how many times have you guys had to like go through this? Like, I don't know. That was kind of an issue I had with the show. Ooh, I should build Grand. Come on, if I'm gonna besiege Minas Tirith, I know it costs 5,000, but I gotta build Grand. All right, let me. This has been kind of a boring match so far. I've just been kind of like letting my ally do everything. So let's move up and do some damage. And I have some catapults now, so let's start taking out them trebuchets. God, I'm gonna lag. I'm not looking forward to it, but that's okay. Yeah, the cannibal dudes were kind of interesting. The Terminus cannibals. Come on, where's my... Hurry up, catapults, would you? All right, come on, fell beast. Hit him. Hit him. Nice. Oh, but I already had my... Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that is beautiful. Okay, nope, the enemy archers are going for him. Get out of there. Get out of there. Wow, that fell beast barely has any health left. Yeah, I agree. Like, somewhere along the line when it came to like The Walking Dead, it just felt like they were treading water. It just felt like they didn't really know what to do anymore. I mean, assuming they ever knew what they were doing. Oh, my ally has a mumma kill. A mumma kill. Whoa, you little bastard. They sent some cavalry out and destroyed one of my catapults. You fuckers. How dare you, sir? Yeah, that's the other thing. Like they once they started announcing like 6 different spin-offs, I'm just like, "Oh my god, like is this really necessary?" And yeah, it's funny you mentioned that. Like, I think season 3 was like the last season I really enjoyed. Actually, I kind of like season 5 as well, if I remember correctly. I was kind of okay with season 5. But yeah, I did not like I stopped enjoying it pretty much past that point. Yeah, and honestly now, the thought of like like slogging through 11 seasons of The Walking Dead like makes me sick to my stomach. Like literally. Just the thought of that is just like, holy shit. That just sounds like the worst time in the world for me. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it wouldn't be so bad since you can like skip and like you can binge through it. I don't know. I don't know if that would make it better or worse. No, my ally has a battery. Oh, I don't. Yeah, it's not even worth it to build Grand at this point. That gate's actually going down much quicker than I thought it would. That would be a great torture tactic. God, like that is torture for me. Like sitting through all 11 seasons of The Walking Dead. Yeah, that is fucking torture. That is some intense torture right there. All right. Make them scatter. Oh, that always happens. They always go right for the fell beast. They're ranged units. All right, get out of there. All right, let's pull back. Yeah, the Nazgul got killed. Let me recruit Moloch, the troll dude. Oh my god, these archers. Yeah, it's a good way of looking at it. I haven't seen the menu. It always looked interesting, though. Did that have Ray Fiennes in it? I can't remember. I might be thinking of something else. That's who I'm referring to. Yeah, I've always thought that his name was pronounced Ray Fiennes. That's how I've heard people pronounce it. I mean, even though it's Ralph, it's like spelt Ralph. I've heard people call him Ray Fiennes. I don't know. You know who I'm talking about, though. Oh, okay. Yeah, of course he plays an antagonist. He's very good at that. Oh, on Nutella Joy. Nice. I will say though, I feel like she's been in like everything lately. Like she's starting to. She's not quite at the point yet where it's like getting annoying where she's just flavor of the month and being put in everything. But I feel like she's starting to kind of get there. God damn it. Yeah, I should have turned the. I should have known that this battle was going to be. Was going to strain my graphics a lot. I really should have turned it down. Stop going after my catapults, you fuckers. Yeah, I mean she is great. Don't get me wrong. Like, I think she's pretty much good in everything she does. But same with Pedro Pascal. But I feel the same. I'm starting to feel the same way about her as I feel about him. Like he's just getting put in so much stuff lately. Oh, they are just hell bent on going after my catapults. All right, you know what? You want to go for my catapults so badly, fine. But I'm gonna kill you. Yeah, yeah, I totally know what you mean. Like sometimes that's how I've always felt about George Clooney. Like I feel like he plays himself in like every movie, almost every movie he's ever done. I think George Clooney is one of the most overrated actors of all time. Um, like he plays the suave, smooth talker, and like 90% of the movies that he's done. I don't know why some people out there think he's like the greatest actor of all time. That's just me though. Let's get another Nazgul. I would have built at least one troll. Come on. Yeah, it is funny how that works, isn't it? Oh my god, they keep doing this again. Oh my I mean, I guess it's kinda my fault. I keep leaving my catapults exposed. Just not expecting them to come right at me like they keep doing. They give 0 fucks about, like, any of the units attacking them. They just wanna go straight for my catapults. Alright. Oh, yeah, I hated Rings of Power. Absolutely hated it. Yeah, I've not watched it since I first saw it either, and I have no intention of doing so. Um, this is so obnoxious. They keep just going after my catapults. Motherfucker. Yeah, I think it's pretty bad on its own merits. Yeah, and it just I don't know, it just doesn't recapture like the magic of or just doesn't capture the magic of certain elements of Middle Earth in the same way that the Peter Jackson movies did. Um like elves, they just don't feel like these larger than life ethereal beings anymore like they did in the Hobbit movies, or not the Hobbit movies, the Lord of the Rings movies. Um, I don't know. Like elves just feel like they just feel exactly like humans, but with pointy ears, and that's it. All right, let's move up. Oh my god, let the lag begin. God, I am so regretting not turning this down. I just didn't know that, like, I've never done this fortress map before, and I just didn't know that the city was going to have this many enemy units. and that it was going to lag up my game so much. Yeah, that is another like baffling thing about Rings of Power. It's like one of the cheapest, one of the cheapest looking expensive projects I've ever seen. Like I have never seen such an expensive project look so cheap. I shouldn't say never, because actually, there have been some contenders um, out of Disney. Um, you know, the Disney Plus shows for Star Wars, they look pretty cheap as well. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, my ally built Grand. I mean, I wasn't able to build it, but my ally got a chance to build it, so that's cool. Kill those guys, please. Oh god, this is so laggy. It's still fun, but Jesus, it's laggy. Oh, Boromir's coming up in here to pick a fight with me. Kill him, please. I cannot believe like that it's $1 billion budget. That's just that's wild to me. Absolutely wild. What the hell is that? Oh, is that Gandalf? I think Gandalf, yeah. Gandalf used a power on me and sent a lot of my units flying. We certainly do live in a society. Like, can you like? I think people tend to forget just how expensive $1 billion really is. Like, you wouldn't know it from the way these companies just throw away and squander $1 billion, but it's it's a lot of money. Like it is really a lot of money. But like I said, you would never know from the way they spend it. Oh, let's see this. Oh, there's Pippin. Go kill Pippin. All right, so we are making some progress here. We're through the main gate. Yeah, you could you could do. Most people could do a hell of a lot with $1 billion. They could do like if you spend it well, you could do 10 lifetimes worth of things with $1 billion. Just $1 billion. I'm getting sick of these archers. Kill him. Kill him. Right, the first level is basically almost taken at this point. We just got to move on to the second level. Then one more level after that. Yeah, I think you could do a lot more than just be free of student loans. Be free of student loans and never have to work a day in your life after that. All right. Move up to the second level. Let's do it. Ah, shit. Yep. Just got to keep up that momentum. Can't let them rebuild any of the units they lost, because that just means they'll solidify their position. Come on. God, this is like the laggiest match I've ever played. I should have known when you're attacking Ministera. Probably going to be intense, but it's all right. I learned that the hard way. All right, let's start destroying their structures one by one. The other half of the city is still pretty well defended, though. It's gonna be rough. Ooh, I should build one of the Great Beasts of Gorgoroth. Let me build one of those. And I still need to recruit the Witch King. He's the only hero I haven't recruited. Gonna have to save up 4,500 for him, though. All right. Okay. Oh, is that Faramir? Kill him. Oh no, that's what's his face? The other ranger hero. I forget his name. Well, he did. Oh god, Gandalf's back. Fucking hell. Lag, so much lag. I can't even find out. I can't even see where Gandalf is. Oh, there he is. Oh, okay, all right. Gandalf's dead. Oh, Boromir's in there though. Kill him. I got the Eye of Sauron. Start doing some damage with that. Burn some of their units. Burn. I don't know a whole lot about the Blue Wizard. I do know that they went into the east, like into Rune, I believe. Like where the Easterlings are from. That's my understanding. I don't really know the details of like what they did over there. But I know they played some kind of role over there. I would be fascinated to see some kind of story involving them. And it's funny, the people who created this mod. Oh, it's Denethor. Kill Denethor. The guys who created this mod, they like put so much work into this that there are certain maps in this game. There are certain special maps in this game that have like special heroes and units that you can't normally recruit. And I know on one of the special maps, you can actually recruit the Blue Wizards. So that's kind of neat. Yeah, I haven't played that map. I need to do that at some point. I need to, because like I don't even know like what powers or abilities they have access to, but I'm really intrigued. I need to like see what the Blue Wizards are all about. All right. There's not much left of the city at this point. We only got like a level and a half left of the city to take. I think I didn't even notice that happen. Oh, that's fucking weird. I think when I launched my one of my big superpowers, it's like this big like uh it basically launches like a whole load of molten rocks at the enemy location. And I launched that at like this level earlier in the game. And I think I ended up like destroying that top level. You can't really go up there on this map, like the top level where like the white tree and where the citadel is. But you can like see it, like it would be there. But I think I destroyed that when I launched the superpower. It's like completely missing from the city now. That's pretty funny. Like look at it. It's just gone. The white tree, I mean part of the citadel is just kind of floating up there for some reason, but I don't know. Just kind of a weird visual thing, but I just find that funny. Yeah, I'll take it, I'll take it just floating up there by itself. You know, we are pretty much just overrunning the city at this point. We only we're on the last level now. Should be pretty easy to take out. Not lagging as much either because we killed so many of the units. Uh, I guess as the population of the units on the map goes down, you're obviously not going to lag as much. Oh, I also want to get the power to summon Shelob. I gotta do that. This game's great. I heartily recommend it. I'll probably recruit the Witch King, but doesn't really matter at this point. The game's basically over. It's gonna be over momentarily. Yeah, I'll drop the if I get a chance. After I finish, because I'm about to finish this match in like a minute or two. I will drop the link for the mod, and I think the mod link that I'm going to provide to you, I think also includes instructions on how to like download the base game and how to download like because I think in order to download this mod, you have to download the most recent patch of the base game. So it'll give you all the instructions. It'll give you all the instructions on how to download the base game, how to download the mod, everything. It's actually not it's not even that complicated. I'm not like the biggest tech guy or whatever. Um, I don't really know a lot about like programming or anything like that. But even for an idiot like me, uh, it was still easy enough for me to figure out how to like get everything functioning. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, let me just finish this match and then I will drop it in. All right, I'll recruit the Witch King. Uh, I think this is the last of the city. I think we've destroyed everything else. Let's see. Just kill these last few units, destroy their citadel, destroy their last archery range. Oh, okay. Oh, there you go. Okay. I was like, wait, do they have any more built-ins? All right. I mean, that was laggy as shit, but that was still fun though. Thank you, thank you. All right, let me all right, I'm gonna get that link. Hold on. I actually shared it with a buddy of mine a few days ago. So also apologies if I've been kind of, sounding kind of slurry and stuff. I just, I got off of work earlier, so I've just been a little tired. Not my best stream, but I'm trying. I'm trying. Okay, there's the link. Did you find me through a Sheev stream? Out of curiosity, I'm just curious. Oh, nice. Yeah, I've been a long time subscriber of Sheev's, and he and I have been pretty friendly for a couple years now, or like a year and a half, 2 years, something like that. Um, oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm still small, obviously, as you can obviously tell. And my streams are just super chill, super casual. Um, I'm not really doing anything crazy yet. I mean, I do work a day job, but um, in between that, I just decide to stream uh, whatever tickles my fancy, you might say. Um, I like to, but usually I don't like to stream unless I have something to talk about. I usually like to want to chit chat about stuff that's going on in media, things related to like Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, franchises that I'm into, uh, you know, or stuff that's in the news regarding like video games or movies. Um, you know, something that I can kind of mention or talk about while I'm playing. Um, but yeah, and I'm here to spread the gospel of Battle for Middle Earth 2 and expose more people to it because I need more people to know about this game. And thank you. I do appreciate that. You saw the link, right? I just want to make sure that went through. Okay, great. Well, I think I'm going to call it here. But yeah, thank you, Domino, for chilling uh, and just shooting the shit with me. I really appreciate it. I'll probably do this again at some point soon. Um, maybe on a weekend next time where I have more time and I'm less tired. But yeah, I'll catch you around. Thank you for tuning in and have a good one. Later.